What's up, JW? Today we have the weekly setup review of AEW Dynamite. This week was AEW Grand Slam. They were in New York in the big old arena. I think it was like 20-something thousand people for the Grand Slam Dynamite show. Really good show. I thought Christian and Luchasaurus and Sting and Darby Allin were fighting tonight, but it was actually Rampage this coming Friday, because I kind of predicted that Edge was going to show up tonight, but nope, not tonight. Christian wasn't even on the show, so I don't think it's going to happen yet, and obviously it didn't happen. They started the show off with Eddie Kingston versus Claudio. Actually, really, really good match. All these matches were great. There weren't many matches. There was only 5 matches, and they're all title matches besides one. No, there weren't even 5 matches. There was 4 matches, and they were all great. Eddie Kingston and Claudio set the tone great for the show. Absolute banger match. There was one time Claudio was asking it for Eddie Kingston. He's like, hit me for real. He's like, hit me hard. And Eddie King, he's like, hit me hard. And it was like, he didn't say for real, but he's like, hit me hard. And Eddie Kingston punched him like, well, it was obviously a real punch. Dropped him in his tracks, just like dropped him to the ground. But they put on a great match, crazy chops and everything going back and forth. Eddie Kingston was able to win and retain his New Japan title and win Claudio's Ring of Honor title. He's now a double champion. Claudio had his title in the hand, shook Eddie Kingston's hand and handed him the title. And Eddie Kingston raised those 2 titles in the air, and he's now a double champion. It'd be cool to see Eddie Kingston one day AEW champion. He's just so good on the mic. So he's also really good in the ring. I just love Eddie Kingston. He's such a good wrestler and good on the mic. Just great character in general. Next match was absolutely amazing. Sammy Guevara versus Chris Jericho for the first time. These men have been together since the very first Dynamite ever, back in 2019, when Jericho recruited Sammy Guevara into the Inner Circle. Then the Inner Circle broke up. Sammy left for a little bit, came back, started the Jericho Appreciation Society of Jericho, and went on to fight for the AEW title, all these things. And now the Jericho Appreciation Society has left Jericho, and now here's Sammy with Jericho. They have their match. Jericho's plan was to have this amazing match with Sammy. Sammy needs to finally, he's like, you need to fight me. I need to beat you up, go 100% with you, and then one of us will win, and then the late sex guys will go on and win the tag titles. Well, Sammy Guevara comes out in a Chris Jericho Y2J jacket, lights up and everything. It was great. And the person that sings the song came out and sang the song, like they rapped the song of Sammy's. Jericho normal entrance. This match was great. There was one part, Sammy did a Spanish fly, and Jericho caught him midair with the code breaker. Absolutely insane to pick up the victory. That's how Jericho won. It was 1, 2, 3. This match was going crazy, like back and forth, because Sammy Guevara does absolutely crazy stuff, and Jericho was doing great. But Jericho won. Sammy Guevara shook Jericho's hand, and then hit him with a low blow. Just absolutely dropped Jericho in his tracks, and then you see Don Callis walking behind Sammy and puts his arm around him, and Sammy's with the Don Callis family. I'm like, no! Sammy's one of my favorites, and I absolutely hate Don Callis with a passion. Why, Sammy? Why? I'm fine with you turning on Jericho. You need to go on your own, but why Don Callis, man? You're supposed to be on your own, not Don Callis. Oh my god. But overall, great match between Jericho and Sammy Guevara. Next up was a really good match and ended a completely different way than I thought it was going to. It was Jon Moxley versus Rey Fenix for the the International Championship. Great match between Fenix and Moxley. Some crazy stuff on the barricades by Fenix and everything going back and forth. I thought Moxley was going to win. He just won this title like 2 weeks ago. At All Out, beat Orange Cassidy with a crazy title ring. And I'm like, what in the world? Moxley was about to win. Rey Fenix did his finisher and everything, and 1, 2, 3, he beat Moxley. I'm like, what? I get it, it's a Grand Slam, and maybe I'm thinking because Moxley's always there for AEW, that he's just never gotten a break besides one time. I think he's gonna get a break or something. He's gonna go away for a little bit. But you see, never gets a break, and he's on every Dynamite, every Rampage, everything, every pay-per-view, working his butt off. So I think he's finally gonna break, and Rey Fenix, I think Pentagon's hurt, or I'm not sure though. Maybe Rey Fenix is gonna get a nice solo run, but I was not expecting Moxley to lose, but these two put on a great match. So Doesn't really matter. I wasn't upset, but I really thought Moxley was going to have a good title reign with this. It was an okay title reign, but Rey Fenix maybe can bring a banger title reign to the International Championship. Saraya and Toni Storm had a match. Don't have their figures, but they put on a really good women's match, and Saraya ended up winning by using the spray paint and everything, and retaining her AEW Women's Championship against Toni Storm. Next up was the main event. What a match I was so excited for. Samoa Joe versus MJF, building since NXT and WWE, when MJF was a security guard and Samoa Joe was NXT champion, and MJF tried walking in front of him and Samoa Joe threw him into the wall. And now here we are in AEW. MJF's the champ. Samoa Joe's challenging for him. He won the tournament. I really thought, I really wanted Samoa Joe to win because he'd be such a good dominant champion. MJF's a great champion too, but this would be like a good person to beat MJF. But I know it's on a Dynamite, so they're not gonna have him win. They put on a great match. There was a couple times I honestly thought Joe was gonna win. There was one move Samoa Joe did, a Samoan drop on the barricade, MJF's back split in half. It was insane. It was he bent a certain way your body probably shouldn't bend. And then they rolled up the mat on the ground. Texas death drop on the hard cement ground to MJF by Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe ends up hitting that, and then putting it through a table on the outside, and then doing his finisher move, and then MJF kicks out. I'm oh my god, no way MJF kicks out. Oh my god, I got the hiccups now. Sorry about the hiccups, but can't help it. I cannot believe MJF kicked out of that. Then Samoa Joe wraps him up, grabs him, puts him in a headlock, and MJF's about to pass out. The ref moves his arm one, about to hit the two, and Adam Cole comes running, jumps off the big ramp, and I think he sprained his ankle because he was limping like crazy, which is not good. But he's cheering him on, 2, and then the 3, they're bringing the arm up, and he hulks up and everything. MJF starts fighting back, hits Samoa Joe with a low blow, and Samoa Joe hit him with another low blow, and then MJF comes up from behind Samoa Joe. He also tried hitting him with the ring, but the ref caught him. And neither of them got caught for the low blow. And then MJF comes up from behind him with string. I think it's from his wrist tape or something, and grabs Samoa Joe, choking him out. And the ref's was outside of the ring because he got launched out of the ring from them running into him. And then he switches to his arm, and the ref comes to the ring. Samoa Joe passes out because that string was cutting all the circulation off, and then he passes out. MJF retains the championship. Adam Cole gets in the ring celebrating with MJF retaining the AEW title and beating Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe gets up, shakes MJF's hand, and shows the respect and walks out of the ring. And Adam Cole and MJF are celebrating, and MJF is still the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. This Dynamite was a really good show. Not a whole ton of stuff, but the matches were bangers. I'm going to give it a solid 4.5 out of 5 because for wrestling itself, the wrestling was fantastic. It felt like a pay-per-view for the actual match quality. So that's why I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. This is JW. Make sure you like, subscribe, stay tuned for more wrestling figure content. I'll see you guys in the next one.